After 35 years of marriage and working a nonprofit profession my whole life and raising 4 boys, I basically gave up a life of poverty, celibacy, and obedience for a life of poverty, celibacy, and obedience.
Yeah, I've heard that many times.
It works.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Kim Connolly. I've been married to John for 35 years.
And I'm John Connolly, and the answer holds true to be the same. I've been married 35 years to Kim.
He was different when I first met him than other guys I had met, because he was a little nerdy, but super kind, super sweet, very gentlemanly. I felt like we hit it off right away.
We met through joint friends who called me up to go see if I wanted to go to a Penn, Delaware football game.
No, in fact, they had told me for years, why don't you come to the shore? We have a friend, John. He's going to be a priest, but he'll drive you home. And I said, why would I want to ride with a priest? Why would I want to go to the shore and drive home with a priest?
I wasn't a priest.
No, you weren't, but you were on your way.
I was on my way, okay. That's true. I was in formation to enter the Jesuits in the Maryland province. So we met at the football game, but I guess to put it bluntly, the magic part happened at McGillin's. The place, you know, was a Saturday night, so I do remember it was crowded, it was hopping, there was a band in the corner.
And I remember getting to McGillin's, and there was another friend of mine that was single. And I remember we were pushing our way in the door to see who could get to sit next to John first, and I won out, so I sat next to John.
Even though I was going to become a priest.
But we just started chatting and dancing, and
yep.
That was that.
My mindset wasn't on meeting a girl, and all of a sudden it was more of an emotional and physical response. It was, which perhaps what true love is, it was a feeling more than anything else. It was, my gosh, this is a person I want to get to know more, I want to talk with. And actually, after I met Kim, even though the magic happened, I was still in process. I postponed it for a year, and then I guess a year later is when it kind of got postponed forever. There are probably more romantic places to go than McGillin's, but that's probably what makes McGillin special, because maybe there's something in the water, maybe there's something in the way they mix their drinks, maybe they put something in the food, I don't know.
I like to say that it's the beer. It gets people excited and relaxed and fun, and they have a good time. The music is at the right level, and the lighting is right. We've just created an atmosphere that is like perfect for meeting somebody. McGillin's is Philadelphia's oldest bar. Restaurants come and go, bars come and go. We've been around 160 years. For some people, it's their lunch spot. For some people, it's where they go with their coworkers after work. For lots of people, it's where they want to be when the Eagles are in the Super Bowl or the Phillies are in the championship games. It's many things to many people, and what we have found over the years is it also is a place in people's hearts where so many couples have started a life together. We would always hear, oh, you know, my grandparents met here, my parents met here, and then we really started to track the couples, and we realized, oh my gosh, there are hundreds of families that were started here at McGillin's.
I would say our first date was probably pretty magical, I guess is the right word. We definitely experienced love at first sight.
As soon as I got off the train at the Temple train station, I was walking down the stairs, and just the first sight of Allie in her car actually. That's when I got a little, I'm getting choked up now, a little bit choked up then, because I just saw her and just like, wow, this is gonna be great. I just knew it from that start. So yes.
The plan was to meet up for dinner and get onto the subway to go to City Hall and then walk to McGillin's.
We were doing a lot of zigging and zagging when I figured it should have been more of a straight run.
Getting off at City Hall, it shouldn't have been a far walk, but my phone decided to take us down all of these strange ways to get there. And we were at like minute 20 when I realized that the GPS wasn't working and I had it set on car and not walking mode. So then I felt a little bit on the stupid side. You seem to be entertained by my mistake.
It was almost like, you know, you got the butterflies out of you from the walk there, because you're just like two people goofing around, having fun, just getting to the destination.
We had no idea about all these matchmaker stories. So it was nice that we could kind of be part of that and consider this place to be a special one for us.
So many of our couples hold McGillins in such a high esteem because it was where their lives started, that they love to share that story with us. So we really began to see this is a phenomenon, and we're really proud of that history. You have to come for the fun and leave with, you hope, will be the love of your life, you know? I mean, I don't think anybody, even on their first night, knows 100% with certainty that it's going to end with marriage.
I remember talking to my friend Michelle that night or soon after that was who I was going to marry, which is funny because you were going to be a priest, so why would I think that? But that's what I told her.
In hindsight, it's probably one of those life-changing events that you don't really realize at the time, but perhaps you realize now. My life would have been clearly different had I not had that day and had that special time at McGillin's.